The Hudson Valley Troubadour, otherwise known as Tom Chapin, had to cancel many of his in-person engagements due to the virus situation. But it's music that is helping his family and many other families cope with the weeks that people are spending at home. Chapin is sharing his music by producing a half-hour show from his living room every weekday.
Well, my grandpa came from Russia, my grandma came from Prussia. They met in Nova Scotia, had my dad in Tennessee.
The show is called Mornings with Papa Tom, and here's the star of the program. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. How would you describe your weekday show?
Well, there's those of us who are professional musicians, as you know, have a hard time right now, and along with everybody else. We're quarantined away from people, and so any kind of concerts are just not happening. And my daughters are. I'm very lucky that I'm being quarantined with my family, my wife Bonnie and my two daughters, Abigail and Lily, my singing daughters, the Chapin Sisters. And Abigail said, "Dad, why don't you do a family show every morning?" And so we started doing at 11 o'clock in the morning in Eastern time, streaming on my Facebook and Instagram, a half-hour family show. I've had 27 recordings now, and 13 of those are for families. So I have a lot of material to draw from, plus adding some great old folk songs and songs from great performers that I revere, and the songs I like. So it's been a great, really a nice thing to do. It keeps me busy. And so I sing and they help me and they sing, and we do a half-hour family concert 5 days a week.
That's wonderful how your daughters Abigail and Lily, who work professionally as the Chapin Sisters, are joining you in the series. How do you enjoy that kind of collaboration with them?
Well, it's beyond wonderful. It's hard to describe as a father, to see these wonderful, incredibly intelligent and musical daughters, and the fact that they'll come in and sing with me is pretty magical. The idea is that every morning at 11 o'clock, you got a half an hour of joy and music.
Golden sun goes down, your heart
I think that what's also interesting to me is at least half the audience don't have kids. They're parents, and there's teachers and all kinds of people who are my fans initially, who have been checking in, just loving it. So we getting remarkable response from all over the world too. I got one this last week from Warsaw, and there's a regular person in Paris who comes every morning. Lots of people in Ireland. So that's been quite wonderful. That's the thing, you can't get out there, but boy, this stream goes and goes and goes places you don't even know.
Yeah, you are spreading joy all over the world, it sounds like, and the world sure needs it right now.
And I want to give a shout out to the people who are still working and keeping us safe in these times.
Some of your viewers have loved ones who are essential workers, and you read the names of some of these people during your program to thank them. Why is this so important to you?
Well, we're also thankful that the people who are working really hard to make us safe. It's the least we can do is give a little shout out now and again to the folks who are really putting their lives and their families' lives at risk to help us.
I've seen on your program you're also promoting the organization WhyHunger, which was co-founded by your brother, the late Harry Chapin. What is the organization currently doing?
Well, the biggest thing they're doing is trying to put hungry people in touch with food and trying to help them to get through this. And in normal times, we were doing that anyway. There's a hunger hotline, 1-800-5-HUNGRY. If you need food and you're no matter where you are in this country, you call that line and they'll put you in touch with someone and with organizations that can feed you. They're on the front lines of trying to just help manage how to feed people. And if you guys are interested in helping them or finding out about it, go to WhyHunger, WHY, HUNGER.org. Lots of information there, and they're doing amazing work. I'm the longest running board member. Harry started this organization in 1975, and I've been on the board ever since. And it's one of the proudest things I do. I think it's just an astonishing organization, and God bless them. So that's why we give a shout out every day to them.
Well, that is so important. That organization is very important for society right now. Thank you so much, Tom, for sharing your musical talent and for helping cheer us all up.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks for having me, and carry on your good work as well.
Just grab yourself a letter, throw it in the pot, stir it up, stew it up, serve it real hot. Read it while you eat it, feed the whole troop. I can't get enough of that alphabet soup. Alphabet soup.
You may see Tom Chapin's half-hour musical shows live on Facebook and Instagram every weekday at 11 o'clock. And you'll find archives of the programs at tomchapin.tv.
Spotlight is supported by the Glenn and Carol Pearsall Adirondack Foundation, dedicated to improving the quality of life for year-round residents of the Adirondack Park.